The following program is produced by the Tech Talk Radio Network.
Hey, this is comedian Kathleen Madigan, and you're listening to Tech Talk Radio, something I will never be listening to because I hate technology. But for those of you that do, these are your guys.
Welcome to another episode of Tech Talk Radio. I'm Andy Taylor.
I live in a frozen tundra, Shawn DeWeerd.
No joke about that. Okay, so for those who don't know, yes, I'm in Green Valley, Arizona, just outside of Tucson. Shawn, on the other hand, is you're near South
Bend, Indiana.
I was listening to our ABC News feed on our record day today, and they mentioned like one of the hardest hits was South Bend, Indiana, when it came to weather that was like pretty bad when it comes to snow and ice and all that. You're living it right now.
So if you're a college football fan and you were watching the Notre Dame game on Saturday,
right?
It started to snow pretty good.
Yeah.
In the third quarter, fourth quarter, like we got quite a bit of snow, about probably 2.5, 3 inches of snow throughout the football game and overnight. While it continued to snow, Sunday it kind of loosened up, but overnight, Sunday into Monday, we got 6 inches of snow here.
Wow.
And it just was made for a pretty awful commute into work.
Uh-huh.
And it kept snowing all day, and it probably snowed a couple more inches.
Mm-hmm.
If you go about 3 hours north of here to my parents' house in Ludington, Michigan,
right,
they got almost 15 inches of snow.
Oh my Lord! Yeah.
So Andy will put the pictures on. My mom sent me a picture of the back deck, and if you want to see what the current conditions look like here in South Bend, Indiana, or on campus at Notre Dame, go to EarthCam.com.
Right.
Search for the University of Notre Dame. There's a camera that is in the spire on top of our main building on campus.
Right.
And you can see all the snow that's on campus right now. It was a lot.
Well, it surprised me. Okay, so talk about this rugby game that you sent me video for, and I had seen, like, you had sent a really great shot of the ice covering the lens on one of the cameras. I think it was. Is that?
Yeah. So we have cameras that live on top of the stadium for getting beauty shots around campus.
Right.
And this morning we were going to use it. So Monday morning we were going to use it, and it has a wiper on it because it's outside, and it was just so coated with snow that the wiper could barely break all the ice and snow off of it. So I sent Andy a picture of the camera with like half of the ice broken off, and you can see the Golden Dome and the Basilica, but just in this ice picture. He's going to put all these together and put them on the blog. But
what amazes me is the rugby match.
Yeah, so Sunday we hosted the Big Ten collegiate rugby tournament here on campus. We do it every year. It always is in November. This is the first time we've actually had snow. Holy cow, did it snow. It probably snowed 4 inches during the day, and they played from 10 a.m. to almost 10 p.m.
Wow.
Andy, we'll put this on the YouTube channel. You guys can go watch it, or if you want to just go to YouTube, search Notre Dame Rugby. Go to almost with 6 minutes left in the broadcast, and you're just going to see it was a blizzard.
What?
The winds were blowing, and they were still playing, and Notre Dame ended up winning the Big Ten championship, so now they're going to play in the National Collegiate Cup in a couple weeks. It's great for Notre Dame, but man, did the weather suck.
What blew me away is I'm watching this rugby match, and I'm seeing the snow progression. At one point, it looked good, and then all of a sudden, it just wouldn't stop. These guys are wearing shorts. I'm like, how do you play a game like rugby or any game where you're outside in shorts in a blizzard? I mean, that's what you were dealing with. That's crazy.
We're born differently here in the Midwest, I guess.
Well, so
it's just still snowing right now. As we're recording the show, if I were to show you a camera outside, I'll try and get one hooked up to see if you guys can see what it looks like outside, but it's still snowing right now.
Wow, that's just crazy. What weather sites do you go through? Because you have to keep an eye on the weather, especially with sports at Notre Dame, just to kind of see what's going to be moving in the whole bit to decide, okay, what cameras are at a risk?
Yeah, I mean, we have a couple outdoor cameras. Thankfully, some of them have heaters. The ones at rugby don't, but they're on, so they're generating heat, and they've been outside for 4 years at this point. So,
wow.
Other gear, I mean, electronics don't hate the cold. They perform better in the cold. But for football this past weekend, we just had rain gear on and protected it from the snow.
Right.
And everything seemed to work okay. And we dried it out after the game. It's just cold. I mean, the operators complain more than the gear does.
Being here in Arizona, we've had snow. A couple of years ago, we got some snow. and might have been last year, and today rain, and just at least that's what was predicted. But it's funny because I had gone to help some friends of mine move up to Rexburg, Idaho some years ago, and it was fun. And we drove up there, and it was nice. It was June. It was cool. There was a light rain that was coming down. I remember saying, gosh, I really like it here. Maybe I'd like to move here one day. And their first winter there, they told me, you really still want to come out here? Sending me pictures of the snow piled up at the Walmart where they have the trucks that come in and clear the parking lot, and they just make big, gigantic piles of snow.
Yeah, there's usually betting in this area around when will that snow be gone. So you bet over under. Is it going to be before April, before Easter? Or is it going to be after Easter? Is it going to be into February? Is it going to be into March, April, into May? You'd be surprised how long those big piles of snow last in parking lots.
Have you found, so going through, talking about the tech angle on this and the weather, have you found one website that delivers better when it comes to weather? I mean, there's so many out there. There's, weather.com, AccuWeather, Wonderground, which is one that I kind of like. Is there one that's better than the others?
Depends on where they get their data from. Most of them get their data from the same sources, the NOAA weather Doppler stuff. Right. AccuWeather seems to be the most accurate for us. It's what we use to track weather on campus for sports, for if we have to delay for weather-related things. AccuWeather. I mean, to be honest, some of the local like ABC affiliate, the weather radar on their app for their phone is actually really good.
Yeah,
it's about the only thing I use ABC 57 weather for is the app. But yeah, just AccuWeather is where I go to.
Yeah, Larry, who used to work here, who I haven't seen him in a while, but Larry worked at AccuWeather. So he's the one who turned me on to AccuWeather and said, you got to check out this source. And I do like it. It seems to be the most close to what the real situation is.
Yeah, you'd be surprised right now because you get a lot of, to talk about the technology side of this, right? You get a lot of the tornado streamers, a lot of the guys who chase tornadoes. The big thing now is also just following severe weather. So you get these guys that are tracking blizzards now too and driving through and trying to get content of blizzards in different parts of the country. So I didn't check to see if anybody was out last night because it kind of sprung up on us, right? We had this winter warning. The weather was favorable. Like it was 40 degrees most of the day Saturday until it plummeted and then started snowing. And then Sunday it kind of got nice again. And then Sunday night the temperature dropped and it just big fat flakes started dropping out of the sky. And It didn't stop. It was still snowing when I went to work Monday morning. It was still snowing when I came home Monday evening.
Wow.
We're in it. And everybody's saying this winter's going to be, we've had a lot of mild winters. I only think I had to use the snowboard twice last year. I haven't even de-winterized it yet, right? It's still sitting in the shed. So
we get a lot of people that some people call them snowbirds.
That's what I call them, snowbirds.
Yeah, they come here during the winter to get out of that extreme cold. So I'm sure, for anybody that is from that area or where your parents are from, how do your parents deal with this? I mean, what do you do? I mean,
with the snow?
Yeah. I mean, how do you stay warm in your house?
You turn the heat on. Everybody acts like it's like this big deal. It's like the apocalypse where it gets cold. It's not that cold, right? I think it got down to the mid-20s today, right? So that's cold. Okay, I wouldn't want to be outside.
Right.
As long as you have a decent house with decent insulation and like you're running the heat and you're wearing a sweatshirt if you get cold, you got to make sure you have a snow brush and a shovel in your car. You got to be prepared. Like, don't just go out and go hillbilly and drive around without being prepared. Be prepared. Don't be stupid. Give yourself extra time to get there. Oh, the biggest pet peeve for me in the wintertime.
All right. What is it?
Brush off your car.
Now, when we had our snow here, I was driving around with it proudly. I was like, I like it sitting in the little well there. I've got snow on the hood. It was like, I've been through snow in Arizona.
Okay, so you get a little dusting and it's cool. You have snow on your car.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the jabronis that don't brush off their back window. They don't brush off their roof. They don't brush off their license plate. They don't brush off their taillights. They don't brush off their headlights. They don't brush off their hood. Nothing.
Right.
And so when you're driving down the road and you get in the left turn lane to turn somewhere, and all of a sudden this guy in front of you who's got his completely car covered in snow decides, oh, I got to turn left here. He can't see you.
It's like camouflage.
He doesn't see you. It takes 2 seconds to brush off your car in the morning. Don't be lazy. Brush off your car because, for one, it's illegal because you can't see.
Right, yeah.
It's blocking your entire and if it's been days, like if you go days where it's melted and frozen and melted, now it's chunks of ice.
Right.
It's hilarious. Sometimes you're driving down the freeway and you get these big semis that have all this ice and snow on top, and you'll be driving, and all of a sudden it just lets loose a 4x8 sheet of ice off the roof of the semi.
I saw that last time.
That can kill people, right? So you get these people that are driving with the snow on the top of their cars or on their back windows, and all of a sudden they're losing ice chunks, and it's falling, and it's hitting your car, and just brush off your car, or I'm going to find you.
While you're at it, we talked last week about the new Coca-Cola commercial, AI, a big part of that.
Yeah, talking about semis, they're murdering people on the Coca-Cola commercial.
People are finally seeing it. However, I did see an edit of that commercial. Now, for those who haven't seen it, it's up on YouTube. I forget what the name of that commercial is. They actually gave it a name, but where they edited out the people at the end that were at the end of the street walking across as the big Coca-Cola trucks were moving through, that obviously they would have run over. It looks like they did an edit and they did remove those people. However, I did see another commercial, and they're just leaving it as is. I couldn't quite see how goofy the people were walking though in this AI commercial. Was there some like goofiness there?
Yeah, they were some people were walking forward. Well, I don't know, you couldn't tell because they were just like these weird amalgamations. They didn't look like people, just different colored blobs. Some were going this way, some were going that way. They just looked like they had arms. Some looked like they had legs. It was weird. I don't know. It just there were so many like. Justin saw it. He said, "Oh, it looked fine." Like he's like, "It's supposed to be quirky and animated, and it's supposed to look fake."
Yeah, it did
not this fake.
It did have that Coca-Cola like heartstring feel to it for the holidays until it gets to the end and it runs over those people, which you brought up, and he had the same reaction to it. It was like, "Wow, how could you guys do this?" Coca-Cola. I was reading some stories about it. They're saying, it costs a lot of money to do this. To do this AI. We think because of the tools that we have available like OpenAI and Sora, which I've been playing with, and I created my very own movie trailer for Revenge of the Nerds reunion just to see how it would work. And it worked great. It was cut off a little, but it still looked good. People see that and they just think, oh, that's easy to do. It's easy to do. What they do at Coca-Cola is a little different. Is it cheaper than CGI? I don't know. Or, traditional animation as we've seen it. But this was created by, artificial intelligence.
I just think it's large companies at the C-level just saying what's cheapest.
Right.
Let's just throw it out there, see what sticks on the wall, see what people complain about. If they don't complain about it too much, maybe we'll do it again. Maybe we'll do it again the next year if people don't complain about it too much. Maybe they'll forget about the last time we did it and it was awful. But it's companies doing it on the cheap. There are talented people out there that you can hire to do CGI. We know there's good CGI. People watch movies, but it's these companies that just not willing to spend the money on good marketing. Well, okay, good marketing, right? Yeah. Is this good? Is this considered good marketing? It's kind of guerrilla marketing.
Well, yeah, because a lot of people.
Let's just make it. Let's make AI and get all this press, no matter what, whether it's good or bad. We're talking about it. We're giving it the time of the day. We hate it, and we're still talking about it. We're still talking about Coca-Cola.
And they're hoping that you're going to go watch the ad, or you're going to see it because it's going to be on TV, and you're going to look for it.
It's hard to believe that this is the way marketing works. Let's just make something controversial so everybody will talk about it.
Which is exactly what happened.
What happened.
Yeah, it is. All right, here's something that's real, and I wanted to mention this last week of the show, but I didn't get a chance to. The 2025 finalists of the Comedy Wildlife Photo Contest have been announced.
This is always so good. This contest racks up there for me as the Katami National Park Fat Bear Contest.
The Fat Bear is something to see.
The Fat Bear Contest and the Comedy Wildlife Photo Contest are two of my favorite things to look forward to in the photography world. It's fantastic.
Well, this is put together by Nikon. Nikon's Comedy Wildlife finalists. There are about 40 individual images. And what these are wildlife that is just caught in just strange poses, situations that put a smile on your face because you see them and they're just absolutely adorable. And the thing is, you could vote for them as well. Shawn is showing us one in the video feed right now. The one with the frogs. It's a frog, and there's another frog on its back looking over the top of a bowl or something.
I mean, I feel like as a sibling, I did this with my brothers. Like my brother's like, I want to see over the fence. Get on your hands and knees. I'm standing on your back.
Exactly.
Like exactly what this looks like. Yeah. So it's just hilarious to go through these. They're so funny.
Now, if you want to oh my gosh, that one's great.
Oh, that was a seagull dumping on an eagle there. And some of them are cute, some of them are funny, but I mean, you can go back through the history of these contests and see the history of these photos because they're good. It's good fun. It's good to look at. It's comedic. It's a little more heartfelt in a hard time. So,
all right, we want you to take a look at them. You go to comedywildlifephoto.com, and again, you can vote for them there as well. We've been talking a lot about video editing and audio editing, and there's so many tools now to make this stuff easier. I will say, and I know I was a little rough on Adobe because, just their business model and the way they moved to a subscription platform, the whole bit, but man, I've been watching videos from Adobe. It's just amazing what they can do now. Their Adobe Premiere Suite is just phenomenal. To the point where I'm like, gosh, do I want to do that? Do I want to spend the $79 a month and, go ahead and have these tools available because it is so well done. They did a video, and one of the videos I saw, and you can find this on the Adobe website or even on their YouTube page, they took a kid running through a field and they were able to, and it was kids in this video explaining how this worked, sponsored, of course, by Adobe. And they were able to mask the kid running, change the entire background out of this kid running. And, his hair, the whole bit, they were able to fix. And it's amazing stuff. So if you get a chance to take a look at that. But there is another one I wanted to mention that is, I guess it's open source. I don't know if you've heard of this one yet, Shawn. It's called OpenShot.org. And
not familiar with it.
Yeah, OpenShot, it's a free open source video editor for Linux, Mac OS, and Windows, designed to be easy for use for beginners, offering features like trimming, scaling, transitions, and audio mixing. Some people have told me that have gone to DaVinci, which I use DaVinci, is sometimes it's a little tough to know, I want to have this fade out here, or I want to, do this kind of transition. Once you learn that, though, it just the same way with Premiere. Once you learn it, it will become common. With DaVinci, it's super easy. But if you're looking for another step, this one might work. It can be downloaded from the website at OpenShot, and they even offer a cloud API for you to integrate video editing into your application. So if you're a developer and you want to have this as a feature, you can do that. And if you want to find out more about it, you just go to openshot.org. I haven't tried it yet myself. I want to do that, but as it is, I've learned to do Pro Tools and learned to do DaVinci coming out of the Adobe world. Now I want to go back in the Adobe world and play with some of those toys.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to get this and see how well it performs. I mean, it's interesting to see how well it handles 1080p or 4K. Just be curious to see.
Right.
Doesn't really give you much of a view feature screenshots. Doesn't give you much of a preview, but
yeah, because I want to do more like the business videos where we go into the businesses and we show the video, show their business, the whole bit. I love that DaVinci has a whole bunch of credits that you can use, lower thirds, titling. I did a Western for a guy the other day. This guy, Larry, he's an actor that does Westerns. And apparently his reel disappeared, so he sent me the DVD, and I said, I can go ahead and get it encoded digitally for you, but I wanted to have something in there as a transition. And there's even the burn away. Like, remember I don't know if you ever watched Bonanza, where they would do the fire effect on the map and it would burn away. And they had that effect available on DaVinci. So I just thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, I mean, DaVinci has, if you've not looked into DaVinci, there's a free version of it. If you want to play around with video editing, I'd recommend it. It's really easy and fun to use. Just like I said, there's a learning curve.
Yeah. Like any software, a little bit of a learning curve, never hurt anybody.
Yeah, but that's the nice thing about it. You can go online, you can watch YouTube videos now from creators that will teach you how to do that. We'll teach you how to edit.
That's like anything else nowadays. You can just figure it out on YouTube.
Yeah, everything. We were talking about ads with Coca-Cola and their big AI ad. There's a new term I don't know if you've heard about. Now, I know that you have Apple TV, don't you?
I do have an Apple TV.
You do Apple TV. One thing you don't deal with is ads, right?
No.
All right. Have you tried pausing something you were watching? And
on Apple TV?
Yeah, on Apple TV, when you pause it, I guess something that they want to start doing, or there's talk about it, is a term that they're calling pause ads. And I know that they have it on some of the different apps. Like I've got the TLC app. When I'll admit it, I watch a 90 Day Fiance. But when I'm watching the app and on the TLC app and I hit pause, it will pause, but a screen will pop up with an ad. And it's not a moving ad. It's just an ad highlighting something that's coming up that you can watch on Peacock or something you could buy at a store locally, the whole bit. So pause ads are becoming like the new thing.
To be fair, a lot of people, if you're watching a show back in the 90s, you would just go during commercial breaks.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Maybe the one person that didn't have to go would see the ad. It only makes sense that if you're pausing something, you're doing it to step away from the TV for a second.
Well, there you go. When you come back to hit play, it will be on that ad. So it gets in somebody's face.
So if you're going to serve me ads while it's paused, you better not serve me ads while it's playing.
Well, Disney was the first one to do this. Apparently, I was doing some reading on this. They did it on Hulu back in 2018. They started to do that. So if you hit pause, you would get some kind of an ad. I don't know if it was within their same realm of Disney, or Hulu, but either way, that's what they were doing back then.
Yeah, I just don't get how it's frustrating how greedy these streaming companies are getting. They know people will pay to not have ads. They just know.
And then they will raise the price accordingly, too.
Yeah, so it's like, think about it, right? If you could look back at your entire Netflix history.
Right.
I think I started with a Netflix account in 2005 when I went to college. I got 3 DVDs shipped to me.
Yeah, that's what it was, DVDs. It wasn't streaming.
And I could just ship them right back, right? Actually caused people like dorms to have issues with, you had to have it delivered to a specific campus at that point because it was just, every RA was dealing with just putting DVDs in mailboxes.
I'll tell you a funny story. I once left a DVD at a restaurant. I'd gotten to eat, picked up my mail, took it. I was showing my friend, gotten to eat, left the DVD there. And I didn't realize it till a couple of days later. Somebody had mailed it back for me, which I thought was kind of cool. So, yeah.
So have you seen, we're talking about Netflix, right? Do you remember Redbox?
Oh, yeah, totally. Redbox gone now, yeah.
Well, it is gone,
right?
But there's a little internet community that is dedicated to finding and opening the Redboxes. Redbox just abandoned it, right? There's you can't do anything with it, but there's a community that is dedicated to tracking the red boxes down, getting them. People have 3D printed the keys. They are able to open them, get out all the movies and games that were in it, and people have actually gotten to hacking the OS,
right?
So that it can play it's got the whole kiosk, right? It's got the TV up top, it's got the display, and people have gotten them hacking so they can put their own DVDs in there and spit them out like you're actually renting the DVDs from the system again.
Why? And I don't understand why they just bailed and just left everything.
The company went out of business.
Right.
Up to the individual business on what to do with it. Scrap it, junk it, whatever. So there's a community dedicated to tracking down and restoring or taking red boxes. It's kind of, just go to Reddit and go to the Redbox subreddit.
Right.
And you will find all of this stuff. It's kind of comical to see. And people have them in their living rooms, in their basements, their man caves, dens, whatever. And there's all these tips and tricks on how to do and refurb. And a lot of them still had DVDs and games in them.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We come back. Something that Microsoft is doing that actually is kind of cool. We'll tell you about that when we come back with more of Tech Talk Radio. I'm Andy Taylor.
I'm Shawn DeWeerd. Find us on your favorite podcast platform and give us a like and subscribe.
And now, back to Tech Talk Radio.
I'm really enjoying listening to your show. It's really cool.
Well, thank you.
It's very, very informative. For us rookies, especially.
Are you a rookie?
I'm very much a rookie.
Typically before the show, I say the words night, and that's usually to my toddler when I'm trying to put her to sleep.
You say night? You actually call it the brand name?
Go night. Go to sleep, please, so I can do the show.
Yeah.
Fall asleep, please.
Night,
Or
night.
it's me falling asleep and Andy's calling me saying, "Are we doing a show tonight?"
Are you awake? Yeah. Night.
Just so those who don't know, like Andy's 2 hours behind me, 3 hours during daylight savings time. So it's like sometimes I put my boys to sleep and I fall asleep. But Night is an app that we've talked about on the show. I've used it. Justin's used it. Matt used it. I don't know if Andy's used it or not, but
I've not used it yet. No.
It's a website you can go to and you can pick. Like it's got all these great apps for your computer. It's got messaging apps and web platforms and web browsers and text editors and social media sites and social media, all this stuff, right? You just curate what you want. Pick the ones you want. You hit download and it installs a package and it downloads a packager. You
and
run that packager.
It's free, isn't it? It's open source?
Yeah, it's open source. So you download this packager, you run it, and it just goes through and installs a dozen softwares. And it's just, hey, they're installed. It's great.
People say it's like great if you bought a new computer, you didn't do any kind of transfer of that, whether you're PC Mover or the Z install. It works out pretty good. You just get up and running.
Yeah, but just like Microsoft, they're probably going to ruin it because they have their own.
Yeah, apparently they came out with one this week, right?
Yeah, it looks like Microsoft has one. It's called the
App Pack.
App Pack, multi-app install Windows. It actually looks mysteriously just like Night.
Yeah, it does.
You have your productivity tab, you have your creativity tab. It's clearly a Night competitor built by Microsoft for Windows users, right? So it's got a lot more niche softwares, it looks like, whereas Night's more like your run-of-the-mill, this is what you're going to need for a clean install kind of a thing.
Right.
Now, what this doesn't do that Night can offer for a cost is keeping things up to date and installing across multiple machines.
Oh, well, that's
so with Night, you can subscribe to their bundle and allow it to update multiple machines, keep things updated, download packagers that you can send to people and install, things like that. So it's like, this is for just me on my computer, the App Store.
Right.
But it's right here on the App Store in Windows. Looks pretty straightforward. It's got quite a bit. Now, it doesn't look like I can do more than what I've already just got.
Right.
Or what's just here. So it looks like it might just be these apps that are on here in this list. It doesn't look like there's more than what's on this list, which looks like it's about a handful, a couple dozen, which I'm surprised they have Rufus on here.
Wait, are you kidding me? Really?
Yeah, they have Rufus on here. I'm surprised because I thought they didn't want people trying to install their own version of Windows I feel like they're enabling people to do that and then so they can just take their videos off the internet.
Wow. That's
Rufus. Yeah, so it's like tools and utilities, right? You've got Speed Test, Rufus, a couple other ones that I've never heard of.
Wow. I know that
personalization.
OBS Studio, I thought was kind of cool to see that in that Microsoft bundle. That was showing.
Yeah, I still feel like OBS is hands down the number one platform for content creators on the internet. It's lightweight, it's super customizable, it's open sourced, it's community driven. It seems to be there's not really an OBS killer that's out there that does what OBS does
for the price. I mean, Riverside to me is probably one of the best that's been around.
Yeah, sure, right. OBS is a content creation tool, right? OBS is a content platform.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you're paying for the content piece on Riverside,
right?
And then if you're doing live content, you would still use OBS. So I think either is great. I think, but OBS is kind of like it has the biggest foothold on the streaming community.
I am starting to see some ads that are being focused on Telestream Wirecast, and I'm starting to see ads focused on them. I think getting back to getting their users to come back that may have left and gone to OBS for live shots, live
or
stuff,
Riverside like you did. I mean,
or
so it's like it's interesting because like we could never get Wirecast to work.
Yeah, we had a hard time.
We just had a hard time. Like like you had a different version, or I had a different version, or the browser didn't support it. It was so difficult. Like I feel like I don't want to say bad things when it did work, it looked great.
Yeah,
it just felt like it was extra steps, and that they didn't take the opportunity to develop, and then all of a sudden a handful of other ones came up and people jumped ship, and now they're trying to offer it as a lower cost.
I still have not jumped in to Riverside FM, which is the platform we use for live streaming. I haven't tried that yet. Now, I went ahead and I renewed my license for a Wirecast just in case I get a live stream event. I did an event once in Phoenix with the author Stephanie Meyer, who wrote Twilight, and that was a huge event and streamed. And I needed to have that. And I'm nervous that, if we do something like that again, Riverside wouldn't be able to support it. I got to put it through its paces. We need to do a live at some point just to try to see if it can handle it. Not like we're going to have the bandwidth that we had with the Wirecast one, but still, it would be cool.
I don't do much streaming anymore anyways.
Right.
Just at work, just for work stuff, but that's all through Notre Dame, so.
Right. I'll have to see how that plays out. But again, if you want to access this, it was a little hard to find at first. You go to, this is the website link that you can go to get the app pack. That's part of the Microsoft Store. Again, it's in the Microsoft Store. Again, it's free to do. If you've got Windows, you're running that. apps.microsoft.com/app pack. And that's APPPACK. And you'll be able to get it there. So
it's not on the front of their website at all. It's like they don't make it easy to find things sometimes.
I find a lot of things like that, like Peacock, right? The streaming service, right? They just added Downton Abbey. All right, Gloria's a big fan of Downton Abbey. So it's the grand finale. I wanted to watch it in the theaters, but we just couldn't get the time to go. So okay, cool, we'll watch it on Peacock. I go to the website, to the channel. I can't see it. I have to do a search for it. I'm thinking, if it's brand new, why did you just put it on the front page? But
because you're not tagged into the algorithm, right? It doesn't know what to serve you, so it just gives you the generic home screen.
Right. Just kind of a pain, isn't it? All right. We have a couple of listener questions. I want to get to one of those if we can. So let's go ahead and let's share the one that we got in from Lori in Tucson. It says, "Hello, you cheery tech guys." Maybe Sean's not that cheery because he's a little cold.
Maybe I'm chilly, not cheery.
Maybe it's chilly. "Hello, you chilly tech guys. I'm wondering if you can answer this. I'm on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And I keep getting message requests to connect from people on Telegram. What is that, and is it safe?" Lori in Tucson. What is Telegram?
I think I don't know. I honestly don't know. And I think it's a social media platform. I honestly don't know. It's basically like a WhatsApp. It seems to be. Telegram is a cloud-based messaging app that lets users send text, voice messages, photos, videos. It's cross-platform, end-to-end encryption,
right? Cloud storage,
groups and channels. So it's in short, Telegram's like WhatsApp or Signal, but with larger group capabilities.
I want to remind you, though, Lori, and I don't know how you feel about this one, Sean. When you get message requests from strangers that are on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, and they say, "I'm hardly on this, but I would love to reach out to you and carry on a conversation. Find me on Telegram," or "What's your Telegram?" Got to be really leery about that. That's a setup for a scam.
I feel like if it's people more often than not, you're going to get asked outside of social media, like, "Hey, I got this new app. Let's connect on Telegram," or "Let's start a group chat on Telegram." It's not going to just be like some rando on Instagram or Facebook's going to message you and say, "Let's chat on Telegram."
Yeah.
Scam. That's clearly, if you're getting asked to connect with people on Telegram, maybe it's somebody you haven't talked to in 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, whatever. Be leery of those types of connections, because it's going to, if they send you a link that says, "Hey, log into Telegram," and you click on it and you log into a website that you might think looks like Telegram, well, now you might be logged into a phishing site. Now they have your information. So or, a lot of sites will ask you to, if you click on a link, it'll say connect or log in with Facebook or log in with Google or log in with Apple, right? Just be careful if you're clicking on nefarious links, because they may prompt you with a very familiar looking website that says connect with Google, connect with Facebook. You log in with your Facebook credentials that you've just provided them with your Facebook login. So
yeah.
I would say if somebody's reaching out to you to connect on Telegram and you haven't talked to them in a long time, reach out to them via another, or ever.
Yeah.
Reach out to them another way. Confirm with them that there's actually Telegram.
Do you use WhatsApp? I mean,
I have used WhatsApp to connect with some people in Poland and in Germany and a couple relatives in Germany, and we used it when we went to the UK just to get some free messaging.
Right. It's interesting. All right. So Lori, just be very wary. There is Telegram out there. You know, if it's worth your time, look it up and then make that decision there at that point. That, you know, that might help you out with that. So I don't know.
Or send a real Telegram.
Send a real, what? A real Telegram?
A real Telegram. Like, you know, go and
oh boy. All right.
a wire service.
I want to share this with you. And I don't know if you've seen this yet. There's a YouTube video on Tom's Hardware page. And I don't mind mentioning Tom. They have some great stuff there. It's a guy named Vimpo who took an AliExpress LED light bulb and took it apart. He disassembled the bulb, then desoldered its microcontroller. And the video shows you all the step-by-steps of what this guy did. This actual microcontroller can run up to 192 megahertz. It's equipped with a 276K of RAM, 128K of ROM. And what he did with it, he created a Minecraft server out of a light bulb. And the video shows how to do it. More and more people are trying to do different things with it. You know, whether it's servers, the whole bit.
Yeah, so there's a trend of a lot of people that are trying to do video games, right? They're taking video games and trying to run them on anything that has a microprocessor in it or a microcontroller. The big one is, can it run Doom? People have tried to get, if it can run even at 1 frame per second, right? They will count it as a win, and it's something that can run Doom.
Wow.
I mean, they've gone as far as ran Doom on a pregnancy test. I'm not joking.
Wait, what? Really?
They got it to run. They got it to run at 1 frame or half a frame per second or something silly. Doom. There's people try to run Doom on literally anything.
Right.
So I'm assuming that this is very similar to that. Where what is the stupidest thing you can run Minecraft on, and it doesn't have to run well. It just has to run, compile and run on, and give you any sort of video output.
Mind blowing. All right, we're going to take another quick break. We'll come back with more of Tech Talk Radio. I'm Andy Taylor.
I'm Shawn DeWeerd. Send us a telegram. Oh, wait, we don't have that.
Well, we do now. I just added it. The Tech Talk Radio. We'll just see if I can figure out how it works.
Find us on Facebook at TechtalkRadio.com.
We'll be right back.
And now, back to Tech Talk Radio.
Got a chance this week to take a look at a new keyboard. And, you know, you think about keyboards are keyboards. They've been around for a long time, you know, with a QWERTY style of keyboard that it can, I mean, you remember the old plugs that you had for your keyboard? And then you had USB came along and it was cool. And then wireless and then Bluetooth. And then the keyboards got smaller. They became more portable. And we've seen some great ones. Even, you know, the Logitech K480, which I really like, where you could switch between you have a small little keyboard. You could put an iPad or a tablet in there and control it with the keyboard, switch it maybe to your phone, which is over here on the side, or even your computer. Well, they've introduced this new one. It's the Logitech Signature Slim Solar Plus, the K980. They have a business model, and then they have, you know, a personal use consumer model. The consumer model, the only difference really is that the consumer model does not come with a USB dongle or the USB key. You know, the Logibolt is what they call it. But most people have Bluetooth on most of their devices, so you could do that, or you could buy a Logibolt as well. It's powered by light. By light. There's no batteries. You don't plug it in. There's no cable that connects to your computer, connects via Bluetooth. All powered by the light, and not solar light. It's, you could use it outside, but it could be the ambient light in a room. And with the Logi Options app, it's kind of cool. You download the Logi Options app. It's free from Logitech. It will tell you what kind of charge it's getting. And say you use it in a room that's pitch black, right, or pretty dark, and you've got the screen lighting up the keyboard, because I don't think the keyboard lights up itself. But if you do that, it will still run, and it can run for about 3 years. It's got a 10-year, they say a 10-year battery life or 10-year use of this. But, I mean, pretty amazing stuff. And it can all be customized with the Logia Options app. So whether it's PC, tablet, mobile, Apple, Mac, you can have some fun with this one. And again, it sells for about $100. If you buy the business model, that one sells for about $110. But you can find out more at Logitech.com. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. So you're talking about this new keyboard, and
yeah.
Have you ever wanted a keyboard so bad that you went and bought it and you got home and you plugged it in and it didn't work?
What happened?
I wanted, go back. Me.
Yeah.
2007. I've got a nice Mac Pro from 2007. So it's a 2006 Mac Pro. I bought it from my old workplace. It's 2007. Running PowerPC. Love it.
All right. I remember that.
Playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
SteelSeries comes out with this Z Fold World of Warcraft. It's a Z Fold keyboard. It folds out. It's got.
I remember those. It's just the top folds out, right?
Yeah. Well, no,
yeah.
it's a Z Fold, but it's got custom buttons on the side for World of Warcraft stuff. It's got a Burning Crusades module. It's got a Wrath of the Lich King module. So I went to GameStop and I was like, I'm gonna spend $115 on this thing.
Oof.
Went and bought it. Drove all the way home. Super excited. Got my computer on. Went and plugged it in. Doesn't support Mac OS.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I was so mad because I just didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
But you're talking about keyboards, and that memory just comes flooding back of how mad I was that it didn't support Mac OS. So a lot of things, it's weird. Like, you don't think that USB, but it's like specific drivers for all the extra buttons and the functions, and Mac's big about not letting keyboards do certain function controls and stuff like that. So it's like, I get it now, but at that point I was just an angry 20-something-year-old video gamer that just wanted to play World of Warcraft, and I couldn't with my new fancy keyboard.
Did they take it back? Were you able to take it back?
They did, but of course they couldn't give it to me. I couldn't get the whole, because I had opened it, so now it was an open only got like 75% of my money back, and I was mad all the way around. But anyways, that's my little rant about keyboards. Now I know better. Now I have a nice SteelSeries mechanical keyboard, 10 keyless. But
I like Logitech. You'll find most of my equipment is Logitech. SteelSeries, they've been around a long time. Bruce Hoffer used to be the CEO of the company. He's been on the show. I've introduced him at different events. SteelSeries they still make some great products. And I know that people compare SteelSeries with Corsair, because Corsair makes a lot of gaming stuff there. But I don't know. I honestly think SteelSeries still comes ahead when it comes to the rank. Razer is also in there as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think those are the top trendy brands. Matt would be mad at me because I completely forgot about the keyboard that he has, that he told us about the website. There's a website he knows. I can't remember. I should probably just text him and ask him. There's a bunch of great hobby mechanical keyboard sites that you can go to and customize your own and build your own, get the right switches you want. Do you want loud and clacky? Do you want quiet and subtle? Do you want aggressive? Do you want high rebound? I mean, you don't think about this, right? You think, oh, it's a keyboard. Like, there's only one switch. There's one. Like, no. If you want to light the world on fire, go into a mechanical keyboard subreddit and say cherry blacks are the best or something silly.
Right.
And you're gonna get a million people with different reasons why their switch is better than this one and all this stuff. And
did you
Matt's
ever?
I said, Matt's gonna be mad at me that I forgot.
Two keyboards that I've had that I liked. One of them, I think it was a company called Burke, and it was geared at video editing. And it was kind of cool because it had a jog wheel on it. So if you were editing, it had lights that went above it. It had keys that could be customized for different tasks, like, cut, for editing, for splicing, transition, that whole bit. And again, I don't know if they're still around, but this was many years ago when I was, working around with Premiere, that I got a chance to play with this, and it was great.
I found it. I found the website that Matt was told. Keychron.
Oh, the
Keychron.
All right.
A lot of times custom mechanical keyboards can be pricey, $200 or up or whatever, but you can get some of these relatively inexpensive.
K-E-Y-C.
Keychron. Keychron. Like
He loved those.
He did, yeah. So it looks like, I mean, you can get relatively, I mean, the keyboards aren't that expensive. $99 for this one that's got, and you can pick which switches you want between reds or browns, or you can pick if it's a 10 keyless. I mean, it's just keychron.com if you're looking for a keyboard. We're talking about keyboards here. We're talking about keyboards we've had all throughout like our days.
Yeah.
But I know that Matt really likes these Keychrons, and whether you want 100% board. Now, when I'm saying the percentages, right, it's whether or not it has all of the keys that you normally would get. 96% would be something that's missing a couple keys, but then it goes down from there.
Right.
And, 75% is basically the board without the 10 keys.
Right.
65% is spread out a little bit more, and it's missing the function keys. So you got to go and look, but like I'm running a 75% 10 keyless. So
Right.
it's like I don't have the number pad off to the right.
See, I like that. I like to have that.
Well, I do. So I didn't have much. I didn't have a whole lot of space on my desk, right? So I thought I'd reduce it by 5 inches or so. But the number of times that I'm typing and I go to type in a number and I'm like, oh man, now I have to go to the top row. And I get mad because I have to go to the top row and I'm lazy.
Programmable keyboards are a lot of fun too because you can mess with people. If your coworkers, you can get in there and reprogram their keys so the A is actually typing something else. Or I mean, that's what's fun about programmables. But I will tell you, the keyboard I never liked was the ergonomic keyboard, and those are the ones that had kind of a bump in the middle of it, and they say it was good for your hands and the whole bit. Just never a big fan of the ergonomics on those keyboards. I don't know if you remember those.
Yeah, I mean, you had the ones that like split your hands, so like you're typing more split, and then you have if you're ever interested, right? The standard for most keyboards that most number of keyboards you're probably gonna find are QWERTY, QWERTY.
Yeah.
Right. But have you ever seen a Dvorak keyboard? I don't get it. Everything's laid out differently. Everything looks weird. Like all that muscle memory you learned. Like I guess if you learn it that way, it's better, it's faster, more ergonomic than a QWERTY keyboard. But
you know what I'm seeing a lot is people are learning the shortcuts. They're learning that you could type Windows U or Win I, or you type all. It's made it easier. And it's so funny because honestly, 10 years ago, I couldn't convince anybody to do shortcuts here at work. We'll do this. Or, you teach them Control Z and it's like, oh, wow, really? That can repair a lot of my stuff. But people are now actively looking for those shortcuts on their keyboards. And that makes life just so much easier. And
again, we've talked about this before too. It's like it's interesting with this current generation of people learning computers. A lot of them don't know how to operate computers. Like they don't know keyboard shortcuts. They don't know what's Control C, what's V, X. All the keyboard shortcuts that you needed to know because they're so used to doing it on their phones.
Right.
And it's like you just say copy instead of Control C.
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
Command C or whatever. So it's interesting to see the trends across keyboard shortcuts and. You're either a clicker or you're a keyboard shortcut, right?
Right.
You're either a right clicker, do the command, or you're a keyboard clicker. It's interesting to see just how different people use computers.
We were talking before the show, though, and to switch the subject of keyboards about security. And there is a story that I don't know if you've ever seen the meme where everybody is just hitting their head at the same time because it's like, are you kidding me? It's one of the craziest, most ridiculous security stories that I've read in a while.
So you would think a place that has some of the most important art and history in the world would have decent security, right?
Right.
So take, for instance, the Louvre. It's in France. It's a big, important place. It's got a lot of people coming there all the time. You don't think that their password would be Louvre.
That is just so mind-boggling.
So, for those who haven't been paying attention to world news in the last 3 months or so, it's been that long.
Yeah.
There was a heist at the Louvre.
Yeah.
Where some heisters took a cherry picker, which is a truck with a boom on it, raised it up to the second floor, opened a window, climbed in, stole a bunch of French royal jewels, and skedaddled.
Yeah.
And they got away. And they literally did a review of the security at the Louvre and found fake cameras. The password was Louvre.
Louvre.
They were running a unpatched security software from 2003, running Microsoft Server 2003.
Are you kidding me? Oh,
so
man.
like, just yeah, the Louvre was still. This is from a PC Gamer article. Documents indicated that in 2005, the Louvre was still using security software purchased in 2003 that's no longer supported, and running on hardware using Windows Server 2003. So,
Wow.
You think that your work policies on getting from Windows 10 to Windows 11 are bad? Try showing up with a computer running Windows Server 2003 and see what happens.
Wow. And having that type of password, that's ridiculous. That's
just like using your first name as a password or your dog's name, like something that's so fundamentally simple to solve. I feel like they got fished by like, what's the first place you visited today? The Louvre.
Louvre.
What's your favorite place to view art? The Louvre.
The Louvre.
So it's like silly to think that such a important place, like those are places that you think that like it's the security looks and feels so lax because it's so strong. Like it's like one of those things where it's like out of sight, out of mind. Right? I don't see the security, so it's got to be that good.
Yeah.
But then it's like you can just open up the cabinet and take the piece of art.
Just crazy. All right, we're going to take another quick break. We come back with more of Tech Talk Radio. I'm Andy Taylor.
I'm Shawn DeWeerd. Find us on the web at techtalkradio.com. We'll be right back.
And now, back to Tech Talk Radio.
I don't want to buy just the absolute primo system out today. That usually wastes money. So I'll be doing some digital photography, maybe some video editing. Don't do any gaming at all, so I don't have that demand on the computer. I was wondering what you guys would suggest, either in brands or just in general speed, and where do you go to get the maximum bang for the buck right now?
Sounds like you want a Mac.
We're just talking about security and stuff, but have you ever had a device, and we've talked about some of these devices before, where you're using it for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden they make a plan change, it goes to a subscription model, you lose a feature, right? We've talked about this before, right?
OwlCam for me. It was a car camera,
So Bose is not one of those companies that you would think would do this, right? Bose is a manufacturer of high-end sound systems, but Bose has officially announced the end of cloud support for all of its SoundTouch products. So SoundTouch bars, SoundTouch speakers. The benefit of those products is that you could tie them together with speakers in multiple rooms and tie it through the app, and they're just getting rid of it. They're saying it's not going to work anymore. After February 18th, 2026, your device is essentially going to become a dumb speaker in the sense of losing its smart wireless cloud, connectivity.
Right. Like a
if
brick.
you rely on this for streaming the device's Wi-Fi or from the mobile app, that's all going to go away. So if you're using it to play Spotify, using it to play TuneIn or Pandora, probably things like that, you're no longer going to be able to stream those services to the speaker. You can still use Bluetooth to stream from your phone's app, but not from the device itself. So people that have been using them to connect multiple rooms to their homes, that's going to go away. So it's like another one of those things where it's like they're just going to stop. It's going to become a dead product and no longer be supported.
Why would they do that after people have invested in it and bought it? Because Bose isn't cheap. Let's face it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and they're saying that even like in the future for newer versions of the software, it's not going to be supported for these older versions. So like even if you get a new version of software, it's not going to support your older versions of hardware. So it's like, I'm just curious to see why Bose decided to do this. It's probably a security concern, I would imagine, because of the lack of like changing over the support. But I don't know. I don't like that companies leave dead products like this where you get so ingrained with a feature or a streaming platform, or, you're so ingrained in this platform, and then all of a sudden it's like, we're not doing it anymore.
We're taking it away from you.
Forces you to buy something new, forces you to buy something different. I don't know. My in-laws have one of these, so I'm curious to know how they're going to be affected.
Wow. All right, we'll talk more about that next week on the show. In the meantime, have yourselves a great week. Please subscribe to our video up on YouTube, our video channel there. You can see the Fox 11 segments and, of course, this show, and we'll be adding some other content on there as well. I'm Andy Taylor.
I'm Shawn DeWeerd. You can check out all those videos. Andy's going to post the pictures and the video of the snow from up here, so you guys down in Arizona can get a little treat and get a little taste of what we're dealing with up here in the cold, barren tundra.
Stay frosty, my friend.
Stay frosty, and we'll talk to you next week.